Hey, welcome to Ant Games. I'm Anthony.
And I'm Francis.
Today we're going to play Michael Strogoff.
Not Michael Strogoff.
No, not at all.
Alright, so Michael Strogoff is a really kind of a point-to-point race game, kind of with some hand management thrown in there.
Set collection-y almost?
Kind of set collection-y.
Yeah, more or less hand management though, I think.
But we're going to be racing.
Yep.
Plays 1 to 5 players in about 60 minutes.
Okay.
Was designed by Alberto Corral and is published by DeVere Games.
All right, so let's get this to the table and we'll show you how it plays. All right, welcome to the table. Here we have Michael Strogoff for 2 players. Well,
makes me hungry.
2 plus 1. Like beef stroganoff?
Like beef stroganoff.
Indeed. All right, so what is Michael Strogoff? Michael Strogoff is a game based on a Jules Verne novel. Mm-hmm. And what you're trying to do is we are playing the role of couriers in the late 19th century Russia. And this trader called Colonel Ivan Ogarev is allied with the Tartars in an attempt to invade the empire, right? Mm-hmm. So they cut off all communication lines between Moscow and the capital of Siberia, Irkutsk. And now they're headed for the city to start their invasion. So the Tsar is asking for help from some of his couriers, which would be us, to race out quickly to Irkutsk and warn the Tsar's brother, General Duke, the Grand Duke, of the threat that's moving towards him. So on the board, these are the Tartars, and they're going to start in Sector 9. You've got the traitor, who is Mr. Ogarev. Yeah. And he is actually going to be racing to get there as well to start the invasion of Moscow, right? So they're going to actually be heading that way. But he's got to go here because that's kind of where they're all at. Yeah. So we're trying to get here first to warn this clown so that he can get, prevent this whole thing from happening. Yeah. Get order returned, right? So what we're doing is we're going to be traversing this whole map to try to get over here as quickly as possible, and we're going to be facing threats along the way. There are a number of decks, and each deck corresponds to each sort of section of Russia, and the threats are going to start getting increasingly more difficult until we get to the end where it gets near impossible. Up here we have player cards that we're going to be using to deal with our threats. We have our player boards, which indicate our stamina, and we're both going to start on 6. Over in the upper left, you start with 1 ally at random. And who's that ally?
Alcide Jolivet.
Okay, so he's going to actually give us the option of asking help from him, and his special ability is if we discard a matching card with him, we can draw 2 cards. So that's his special ability. We have the Sangara, the gypsy, who's going to be jumping in and out of our journey to slow us down. And she's a spy, a dirty spy, and she's going to be working against us and really just mucking up our plans to keep progressing forward. I think that's about it. So one thing to keep note is that the trader is going to get a turn. So there's 2 phases in the game. There's the courier phase where we take our player turns. Then there's the trader phase where he's going to actually advance, and a couple of other things are going to happen. And that's all determined by this deck up here. We get to do a number of actions on our turn. So on your turn, you can get help from the ally if you want. It's optional, but you have to do a mandatory action, and that action could be either to advance on the track and draw a threat card. It can be to rest and draw cards, gain some stamina back, or flip over some of your threat cards, and that'll make sense later. Or you can resolve the dangers on your threat board. All of that can be done, but you can only do one of those things. And then it's the next player's turn, and then it's the trader's turn. It's going to keep going round and round and round. And that's pretty much the game, right? But his whole story is going to unfold while we're doing this, and we're going to be facing many threats and dangers along the way. I know. So I'm going to be player 1, which is not the norm.
It's not usual,
but the trader
we need him to go
needs to go to the right of the starting player, and I don't want to sit him here because that's just silly. So he's going to sit over here. I'll go, Francis will go, and then he'll take his traitorous turn.
Yes.
So, all right, we're starting over here. We get 5 cards at the beginning, so I will deal out 5 each.
And we've put, one thing to note, we've put our kind of player boards a little bit higher than you'd normally have them, probably like down here, so that you can put all of your threat cards out like next to it and stuff. But that way you guys won't be able to see any of our stuff we put underneath.
Right.
So we've moved them.
So for the very beginning of the game, we are each going to start with one journey card
Yep.
from the first deck. I'll draw mine.
Okay.
You can draw yours. And that's going to go sort of in our tableau. And this is going to be tracking our threat.
Mhm.
Now, when it comes to these threat cards, we're going to be drawing them every time we advance, and you're going to be putting it into this track line of your journey. The most recent one being the card furthest to the right. They all have a unique symbol, as you can see. If you ever, on your journey, draw a card that creates 2 matching symbols in your track, they all punish you in very bad ways.
Yeah.
And you have to deal with that. So
we don't
you
wanna
want to try to keep as few threats out as you possibly can throughout this journey, and we'll show you how to deal with them, how to resolve them, and how to mitigate them. But as you do deal with them, you do get to claim one of them and put it underneath your player board, which will give you more bonuses throughout the game as well. So with that, I think we're ready to start this race.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Okay, as player 1, I think for my ally, let's see if I can't. And I don't really think I'd want to use them anyway, because drawing 2 cards right now wouldn't
Yeah,
make much
because you're at
sense.
your hand limit, so.
Yep. So what I'm going to do, and these cards are good for dealing with threat, basically, but that would be the only thing I could do. I could deal with this threat right now, or I can kind of push it and see what's going to
Yeah.
happen. So I think I'm going to advance. So to advance, you decrease your stamina by 1. You advance up to the next section, and you draw a card. And we have a map symbol. So we got a broken wagon, and now like a steep cliffside.
Very,
Very precarious
You're
fall.
like, you need that map.
Yes. So they don't match. Nothing happens. No effect. But now I'm going to start increasing the possibility of actually having these all trigger. And
Right.
And that is really going to slow me down. So I might want to consider thinking about this. But that's all I can do. I did my 1 action. My turn's over.
All
You're
right.
up.
I will do the same thing. Oh, no.
Whoa, what luck.
Really?
Womp, womp, womp.
All right, so this is bad.
Yeah.
All right, so I have these 2 now matching. These effects are going to trigger these bad things. So,
Not even the ones that match, but
Yeah.
every threat in your
Right.
track will resolve.
so this card here is going to get flipped. And this is going to make me lose a life. So I can spend another action to rest, and what that'll allow me to do is actually flip this back over.
That is correct.
And one other one if I want to.
Yeah.
But for now, that's just...
That's bollocks.
That sucks.
All right, so that's your turn.
All right.
Oh, wow, that was a
I'm
very,
off to a great start.
very,
Like Strogoff.
very early catastrophe, I think, where these 2 guys sitting by the fire or whatever they're doing,
know.
reading books. It's bad. So they slowed you down by books. Okay, so now the trader's going to go, and all we do is draw a card from the deck, and we resolve the bottom.
Yep.
So he's going to advance 1 space.
Okay.
The letter A came up, which means that the ally card in A, if there was no ally card in A, we would just put a new one there, or B or C or D. But since there's one there, he goes back into the deck, or he gets taken off the table, and then a new one comes out to A.
All right. So we have Marfa Strogoff.
Oh.
There you go.
So she, basically, her benefit, though, her bonus, only matters
At the end.
at the end of the game. So, and then we have a number 9 here. So what happens is the Tartars go to 9, and they take +1, 0, or -1 to their pip count, and that's their strength. So they stayed put, and they bumped their strength up to 4.
Right.
And that's never good. You don't want them to be strong. All right, so that's his whole phase. Back to me. So do I want to deal with these threats now? Now I'm going to press my luck. I will advance. Oh, see, that was bad. All right, so we're going to have an avalanche of bad things.
They're
And
like, no, really, you can't go any further. We
Yep,
don't
so
have a map."
they all flip, and my journey is over.
Okay.
Your turn.
All right. So I have to rest because I can't move forward because I've got this card flipped. So this will allow me to flip 1 card, and I get a second rest action, and I could either draw 2 cards or take a health. I think I'll. What am I at? I'm at 5 cards. I think I'll draw 2.
Okay.
And hope for the
So yeah, I
best.
think earlier I said the hand limit's 5. It's actually 7. Don't mean to confuse.
Okay.
So you're done?
I'm done.
All right. It is now Crazy Ivan's turn. So he moves up. We get a new ally.
Really?
Yeah, and they stay in 9 and power up again. So they're just recruiting all sorts of Tartars.
Okay, we have Captain Strogoff.
Oh, wow.
It's all the Strogoffs.
That's
It's Michael Strogoff
Michael's
and the Strogoffs.
brother, I think. Michael Strogoff and the Strogoffs. All right, so he's done. So I can do nothing but rests, and I can only turn over 2. So resting lets you turn over a card. Resting, and you can do any of the rest actions twice. So that's 2 cards for me, and I'm done.
Okay.
So that really slowed me down.
Wow.
Yep.
All right, I'm going to resolve some things. So I'm going to use these 2 wagon wheels to resolve this guy,
Okay.
and those will go in the discard for me.
All right.
And then I have this wax seal, so that'll resolve this one.
Okay, I'll take all 3 of those. So which
And
one would you like to keep?
I will. Well, they're exactly the same, so I guess
Okay,
I'll
then.
keep this one.
So you only can keep one of the cards you
Okay.
resolved, one of the threats or
And
the penalties.
the bonus on this one allows me to take a card now.
Right?
Okay. And
And your hand
and
limit
then my
increase.
hand limit increases by 1.
So you actually have a hand limit of 8 now.
Yeah.
All right, so you're done,
Yeah.
and now it's the trader. Move up a space.
Okay.
We're getting an ally in B now,
Okay, that's good.
so that's cool. And then they move to number 10, so they're over here now. Oh, he lets you
Nicholas
cover one
paid
up.
us off.
He lets you cover a threat.
Yeah, that's good.
We haven't had to cover threats, and that's what these little black tokens are for, because we don't have any cards with multiple threats on them yet. So
Right,
as soon as
not
you
yet.
resolve the one, but that's coming soon, believe me.
Mhm.
So I'm just going to flip this threat over, and then I'm going to draw 2 cards,
Okay.
and that'll be my turn. And you are up.
Okay. I will go here. So I'll advance 1. Draw a threat. Oh, look at those guys.
Ooh,
Like Mongols or something.
the Tartars maybe?
Maybe they're the Charters.
All right, he goes up a space, and we roll the white die. Would you like to roll the white die?
Sure.
And we get a
6.
6, so any of your skills
Trigger. I have
trigger,
none.
and I only have a 2, so neither of us get anything out
Okay.
of that. And
And he goes
they
back
move
to
back
9.
to 9 to go up to 6 pips, and that's where they stay. So
Okay.
they're completely maxed out.
Well, they could go down.
They
depending
can
on
go
where
down. They just cannot go up any
Yeah.
further. And it is now my turn.
Mhm.
All right, so I'm gonna I'm gonna seek the aid of my allies because I'm behind here.
Okay. Are you gonna go talk to Michael?
I'm gonna
Strogoff
go to Captain Michael Strogoff. So that's not his brother. It's actually Michael.
himself.
So I'm going to
He just
discard.
doesn't have that fancy
Oh
hat.
cripe!
What?
You need 2 cards.
Yes, you do.
Dang, nabbit.
So you're not going to see Michael Strogoff.
How about Sylvester Stallone up there? Can I get his aid?
Sure.
All right, so maybe I'll use him. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask him for help. So I have his picture.
Okay.
And what he does is he lets me put one of these tokens over one of these guys. But since there's only one on here,
Mhm.
I guess I could consider that resolved.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And then, because I'm actually, that was a free action, by the way. I haven't even taken my action yet. That was my ally action. Now I'm going to resolve dangers because I need to get rid of this stuff. So I'm going to play a map card, and that'll resolve this one. And then I'm going to play a wagon wheel, and that'll fix my broken wagon.
Okay.
And now I get to choose out of all these cards, what do I want? Oh, so this one
that's
will let me move again.
After one successful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After a successful move, I
That's
can move
pretty
forward
good.
again. That might be beneficial because I need to advance
Mm-hmm.
because I'm kind of behind, and that's optional to take that extra step because it's never good.
Okay.
So, but I do get to draw a card as the reward as well.
Yeah.
And you're up.
All right. I'm gonna do the same thing, and go talk to this guy. So you can go put him up there.
All right.
He gives me a token to cover this up, but that resolves this as well.
All right. So you're
So
done.
that's it. And then my action.
Oh, that was your free action.
That
That's
was my
right.
free action.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
That's good. It's all
right?
about
It's all about the free action.
efficiencies here.
I'm gonna move up one, and see what I get.
Oh, these guys
another
again.
one, these guys. Oh, great.
So let's go to...
Should have gotten rid of that card.
Ivan is moving up.
Okay.
And we get an ally in C now.
Oh my
Wow,
goodness.
this is really
We've
good.
never had this many allies.
And they're going to stay in 9.
Who's that? Perry Blount?
Wow.
Harry Blount. Harry Blount.
Harry Blunt.
Oh.
Oh,
It's
is it
Blount.
Harry? It's Blount. All right. So his turn's over, and it's back to me.
Okay.
Okay, so do I want to use Harry Blunt? All Harry Blunt does is let me look at the top card of the deck, of any deck, and decide whether or not I want to go there, but I don't think right now I really need to do that. So I'm just going to advance. So I'll spend a little stamina.
Oh, I didn't spend my stamina.
Oh,
last
you
time.
didn't?
Yep.
And I'm going to advance here. And what are we getting? Some lightning.
Some bad weather.
Now I can go again.
You can.
Let's do it.
You have to get rid of that card, though.
Oh, that's right. It's a
Yeah,
one-time
it's not like
use.
passive. You always get to do it.
Let's do it early
Yeah.
instead of
that's
late,
a good idea.
because it's going to get ugly, and I'm already. This is going to move me into the mountains here, and that's not really good because you'll see. Oh, thank goodness. All right, so you'll notice there's 2 threat markers on here, and one of them is filled in black. That allows me to immediately discard a card with that matching symbol to negate that, but I don't have a map.
Oh,
So
no.
that's going to trigger
Yeah.
the penalties. So from left to right, this one's going to flip. This one's going to flip, and I have to discard 2 cards. So that really.
And on those, you can't use 2 matching of like anything else.
You have to put the symbol out.
You know.
I guess I'll just get rid of these 2 here. All right. These mountains are
Okay.
bad juju.
All right. For my move, I'm gonna rest, and I'm gonna take 1 stamina and 2 cards, please. Thank you.
All right. So the traitor. Oh, he's moving up 2 spaces now.
Great.
And I will roll the die for us. It's a 6.
Okay.
Nothing. And he's going to go to 7 now. And
Well, that
7
takes him
is
down, doesn't
minus
it?
1. I can't see past
Yeah.
the deck. Is that a minus 1?
Yep.
Yep. Okay, so he goes down to 5.
Okay.
That's it for him. And my turn's quite simple. There's my 2.
Rest.
I am resting.
Okay.
You're up.
All right. I guess I'll go ahead and move. Yeah. Ooh.
Ooh.
All right.
Can you
so
resolve that?
I can.
Okay.
I can resolve this guy. So
Alright,
I'll take
so-
a token. You can take that. And I am in no further danger for now. Okay.
All right, so it is now his turn again. So as you can see, this thing moves along
It's
pretty
very
quickly.
quick.
So he goes up 1. Go
Uh-huh.
ahead and roll the dice.
Really? I think I didn't even really roll it.
Really?
I mean, we can keep it if you want. but-
That's
okay.
better because I get a card now.
Hey.
So I'll take that, and he goes to number 9, which brings him back
I think I like
up.
put it in my hand and I
6.
just,
And just
like,
dropped it?
Dropped it.
Well, that works for me. Okay, so he's done, right?
Yep.
Oof. Okay.
What are you gonna do?
I'm going to resolve. So I'm going to spend... Oh, all right, I can do this. Okay, so I'm going to spend this guy. I'm going to ask this Nikolai for help,
Okay.
and he's going to give me a token to cover up one of these.
Okay.
And I'm going to spend... Oh, that might not have been the ideal move. I guess I could. I'll spend a fatigue to reduce this one, and then I'm going to spend a lightning bolt to get rid of that one.
Who did you have him resolve a token for?
The first one of this.
Oh, right.
And then
okay.
I
That's
spend
right.
fatigue to get rid of the second,
Yeah.
and then a symbol to get rid of the third. So what I'm going to do is, so this guy doesn't have any rewards. He's just
Yeah.
He's
That's
just
all
all bad.
punishment.
Yep. But this guy I'm going to keep, so now when I roll that 6, I can get a card draw. And that's it. That's all I
Okay.
can do.
All right. think I will... I'm going to rest again, so I'll get a stamina. And 2 cards, please.
Okay. Traitor. He's moving up again. This guy's going to beat us there.
We really need to, like, hurry up.
3. Do you have a 3?
Nope.
All right. And he's going back to 9, so he's not... He likes to hang out in 9.
I know. It's really kind of weird.
Yeah.
Actually.
It's every game he, like, hangs out there. Okay. So, man, I'm in trouble. All right. I'm going to heal 1 and then draw 2 cards.
Okay.
You're up.
And I'm going to resolve this guy.
You can't.
Oh, because I have to deal with that.
You need to deal with the most recent. If you go with the symbol.
Okay, that's fine. I will do that too then. I'll still resolve. But so here, I'm going to resolve that, but I'll resolve this first.
Okay. Yeah, the
Okay.
2 matches and then that resolves.
So these match. This guy goes away.
Mm-hmm.
That goes away, and this gets to come under here.
All right, and you are clean and clear.
Yep.
Now it's the traitor. Whoop 1. Oh, she's coming out.
Mm.
So we are tied, but she goes with the least stamina. We're tied.
And we're tied for cards too.
Oh yeah. So
All right.
let's see where she. Oh.
This is ridiculous.
3, 4. All right, she's coming to
She
see
comes
you,
up to me.
and that works. Okay. And that was it, right?
Mhm.
Oh, he goes to 8.
Oh, he does.
Yep.
And there's no effect there. So.
No effect, so the Tartar's moved. So now it is back to me.
All right.
I guess I should move forward.
Let's move forward.
Yep. I am so low on stamina right now, though.
Yeah, it's not good.
So I'm actually
Flip it.
pulling out of the blue pile now.
Yeah,
All right.
that's not so bad.
So do I have... Yes. So that black
Good.
symbol, I can immediately address that. So an immediate threat. So these guys are still reading their book, and I'm okay with that. Now I am done.
Okay. I will. I'm going to rest again for one of these and 2 cards, please.
Wow.
I'm trying to take my time here.
I think I'm
Which
going to
isn't
do the
Probably
same.
good for a race.
But he goes first.
Yeah.
And he is going to move up 1. I'm going to roll the dice. It's a 4. Do you have a 4?
Nope.
All right. And he's going to 10.
Okay.
And that's it for him.
Irkutsk.
So I'm going to rest for 1 and take 2 cards. And your turn.
Okay. I will move for 1. Oh, no.
Oh, that's a trigger.
Ooh, that sucks. And I can't resolve that black one either. Okay, so that triggers, and this needs to get flipped.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. So
That's not too bad.
not terrible, but also not good.
All right. Traitor. Up 1. She goes away. So if you get her again, she actually leaves. She's going to report back. And this moves here. So she is out of your hair for now.
She's moving very slowly. I
She
wouldn't even worry.
I wouldn't even worry about her right now. All right. I'm going to move forward again.
Okay.
Because we need to press on. Oh, do I have a mask? I don't have a mask, but I don't have 3 symbols.
Okay.
So that I'm still
That's
good.
That's
Yeah.
good. All right, I'm gonna rest. So I'll flip this, and do I want stamina or cards? I'll take some cards.
Okay.
2 cards, please.
All right. Ivan's going to go. And he's going up 2 spaces.
Okay.
Wow.
Great.
He's just racing. And it's a 3. Do you have a 3?
I do.
What do you get? Oh, you get to
Yeah,
cover
nice.
one
I
up.
get to cover something.
Very good.
I will cover up steel.
All right. And then he goes to 7. So he's going to go down a pip, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but he's on me.
Oh no, he landed on you.
So I've been captured.
Oh, no.
Oh, I've been
You got
captured by
burned.
the Tartars. This is bad. All right, so
You've been blinded.
what happens when the Tartars land on your space is they capture you, and then they blind you with a a blazing hot sword placed next to your eyes. And then they leave you for dead.
Yeah.
So that's me. So you draw a card from here, and this is now a permanent fixture until the end of the game, where I'm going to have these symbols. And lo and behold, none of them match.
Yeah, that's amazing,
Yeah,
actually.
and you cannot resolve these symbols. They're going to be stuck with me for the long game now. But good note is, if they land on my space again, they're going to ignore me because they left me for dead, and they think I'm blind. Okay.
Okay.
So that's
good.
that. What am I going to do? Well, I could continue to advance, but I think I need to deal with some of these threats right now, even though I really don't have many of these symbols. So I'm going to... Here's what I'm doing. I'm discarding these 2 wagon wheels to address that one, these 2 scratch marks to address that one, and this lightning bolt to address that one.
Okay.
Right? Because those will be gone, and then it'll be that. So that's all my cards. But all I have left is a stinging burn in my eye sockets.
You have been blinded.
I have. And... Oh, I just put them both on the bottom of that pile.
Oh.
But I get to collect one of them.
Yeah.
I'll take this one.
Okay.
Because this is going to let me draw a card, but increase my hand limit by 1.
Yeah, that's good.
So since I don't have any cards, I think it's probably a
a good
wise
idea.
choice. All right.
All right. All right, I'm going to go visit this guy first. So I will be able to cover up this, but that will resolve this.
Okay.
card. So. And that allows me to draw a card, and then it's got a benefit that I can use and if I want to trash this guy. So I'll grab a card, please. Thank you. And then I will take my action. I don't really want to move on to the Tartar space.
It's not as bad. You
Yeah.
just can try to evade them,
I know.
or you lose a fatigue. It's really not bad. You just have to outroll them.
Right. They're at a 5 though.
Yeah, they're pretty high right now, but they're not really going to be much lower, I don't think.
That's true.
You gonna do it?
I don't know if I want to.
It beats them landing on your space. I mean, you could wait around and they'll probably move off of there.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna take this opportunity to rest.
Okay. And what would you like?
I have a whole bunch of cards. So I'm just gonna take 2 health.
Okay.
Probably good if they
Very
come
smart
to
going
attack
into
me.
the end here. So he goes up 1.
Okay.
I'll roll the die. It's a 3. Do you have a 3?
Yes.
All right.
I get to cover something up.
Cool.
I don't have
And he moves
one.
to 9, so he's actually getting out of your way.
Okay, good.
Oh, what
That's
was
you.
that?
Nice try.
6. Yeah, so he's gotten stronger.
Okay.
My turn. I don't really have much in the way of cards right now, so I'm going to spend my rest action by gaining fatigue and drawing up 2 cards. So
Cool.
I'm just going to kind of hope to recover this
Yeah.
round.
Okay, and I will spend a fatigue and move here. Wagon wheel, wagon wheel. Nope. Don't have that. All right, your turn.
So you're good? It's not my turn.
Oh, Ivan's turn.
So he's going to move up 1.
Oh my gosh,
I'm
he's
going to roll the
like,
die.
Beat us so bad.
A 1.
1?
You get a card. And
Oh,
you
I
get to
do.
cover 1 up. Wow, you get a lot
Yeah,
of
that's
things.
great. But I'm at my hand limit,
All right, so you're not getting a card then.
so I don't get a card.
And he moves to 10.
3,
Okay.
4, 6, 7, 8, yeah.
So I'm going to do another rest action to gain a health and 2 cards, or fatigue. Your turn.
Okay, and I will spend this guy to... Actually, I won't do that. I'll spend this guy, because I have so many of these, up here with
Oh, yeah.
Nicholas
To resolve that
to
last
resolve
one.
this last
Okay.
bit here.
Okay.
And my action...
Oh, that was your freebie, yeah.
That was my free thing. My action will be to move. So I'll spend fatigue. And I'll move there. And I'm still in blue. Whoa. And I do have a lightning
Okay. So you are okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, my next turn. All right, so I'm going to... Actually, no, it's his turn.
Mm-hmm.
Moves up 1. Roll a die. It's a 1 again.
Oh, nice. So
There
I get
you
a
go.
card, and I get this. That resolves this, actually.
Yeah, that's pretty good, but you don't get to claim that.
This card?
Nope.
Why?
Because if that happens on one of these triggers, I think, on a
Oh.
die roll, you don't actually get to claim that as a reward.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Did you give me my card?
I did not.
Okay.
They moved to 9.
I love being in 9.
I know. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Michael Strogoff and do my free action, which is allow me to take 2 different actions.
Yeah, that's good.
So my first action is going to be to rest. So I'm going to rest, and I'm going to take 2 cards. And my second action is going to be to advance.
Okay.
So I'm going to lose that, but I'm going to move up 1. And I'm going to get a broken wagon wheel. And I don't have a wagon wheel, so... yeah, that's not good. All right, so your turn.
Okay. I will... Do I want to do that? I don't know that I want to... Again, I don't want to really move on to the Tartars. At all.
Well, he's really getting ahead of us. We only have
Here's
a few
what
more
I'm gonna do.
spaces. Yeah.
I'm going to use these 2 Michael Strogoffs to take 2 actions.
Okay.
Oh, they have to be unequal actions.
2 different actions, yeah.
I don't want to do two unequal actions. I don't want
Okay.
to rest twice.
Oh, you can't do that.
So I won't do that.
That thought had crossed my
that's
mind, too.
fine. Yeah, I know, because I was like, okay, well, I'll just track my health up. That'd be
Yeah.
great.
Nope.
And I'll just do 2 health.
Okay. The traitor. He goes up 1. Roll the dice. It's a 2. I get a card.
And I get nothing.
And he goes to 9, and he's there. All right, so we are getting down to the wire here, and I don't have the cards I need to resolve this. Okay.
Yeah, I have a lot of crap.
Okay, so I'm going to start out with some ally help.
Okay.
And I'm going to go see Harry Blunt.
Okay.
And that's going to allow me to peek at a card. So I'm going to peek at this card before I advance. And I don't want to do that. So I'm going to put that on the bottom of the deck. I could leave it or put it on the bottom. It's my choice. That doesn't really guarantee anything at this point. But I think what I'll do for my... yeah, I'll do this. I'm going to spend 1 map to knock out that, and I'm going to spend these 2 to knock out that.
Okay.
So I'm just going to deal with this threat right now because I can't do anything else. And I'll take a card. Now I got to shuffle this deck up. All right,
Okay.
and then it is your turn. All right.
All right.
Oh.
I'm gonna rest 1 more time
Okay.
and move up 2. Max out my health.
All right. So let's get him going. He goes up 1. Roll the dice. It's a 1.
It's a card. Can I take any? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I'll take a card, please.
He's staying on 9.
He is. Okay.
All right. So the Tartars aren't moving this round. I am going to rest. I'll take 2 cards. And I will take a health. Your turn.
All right. I have to move. I have to confront these Tartars.
Okay, so
This
you
is-
roll the dice.
It's not going to go well. Just telling you.
Oh, you
Oh,
rolled
I
even.
won.
So you gain a card. Can you even hold a card?
can't hold a
All
card.
right, but you don't take any fatigue. So
Okay, that's good.
you just evaded them.
Okay. So I get my thing. Of course, I have none of that.
You have no
stuff,
lightning bolts?
But that's okay. 'Cause
Okay.
I don't have any more cards.
But at least
either.
you advanced.
Yeah, at least I advanced. That's good.
Okay.
Okay, your turn.
No, it's
Well,
not.
Ivan's turn.
It is his. And he is going to advance 1.
Okay.
We're going to replace Michael Strogoff
Ooh,
in A. And he's going to stay on 9.
with Nadia Fedor.
Ooh, what does she do? Oh.
She will give you a dice roll.
That's
pay her.
very good. All right, so my turn. I'm going to use my ally to get a dice roll.
Nice.
It's a 6. And I get a card. Yes.
Okay.
All right, now for my action. I don't really want to advance. I think I'm going to rest one more time. And
Okay.
take 2 more cards. And you can go.
All right. I will advance. Boom.
Ooh, that's a good
And
draw.
I have Bear Claw.
All right, so you can take care of that immediate threat. And you are good. So we will go to Ivan. He moves up 1. Ah, she comes out, and that's going to go right to you.
Right to me.
Yeah, because you're further ahead on the track. That's the first thing she checks. Who's closest?
Oh, no. Okay.
And then we have 8. So they are moving to me. But
oh, no, but
I'm
you've already been
blind.
blind.
they don't
They're
care
like,
about me.
Whatever.
That
He's
old,
never gonna
like
make
this
it.
dude,
You again.
he's no threat. All right, so now that they've moved, I can move up freely and only spend 1 fatigue,
Okay, good.
which is what I wanted.
That's
But I
not
can
good.
deal with that immediately, and I will.
Okay.
Boom.
Nice.
All right, so that's going to cover up that second hand, and I'm okay. Your turn.
All right. So I can't move forward yet because I've got this issue.
You've
of
got
this
issues.
Woman with this thing.
Yes, you have to resolve.
So let's see. What can I take care of here? All right. I need to get rid of some of these cards that are like all the same here. So I'm gonna resolve that,
Okay. and
and I will resolve.
In case you're noticing,
Oh yeah.
this ink blotch is a misprint.
Yeah, it's,
It's
supposed to be
actually
like the black disc.
a black disc. There's a thread on BGG in the forum that talks about that. So, in case you're wondering.
Okay.
All right, so that'll
So.
do that.
My ink blot.
You get the ink blotch, which is really just a disc.
Yeah. Okay. Your Ivan is up.
Okay, he's going to move up 1.
Okay.
We are going to roll the dice.
4.
Nope.
Okay.
And they're going to 9, but they're going to ignore me,
Okay.
which is good for me. I'm going to spend a fatigue and move up again. Oh, that
Ooh,
hurts.
that sucks.
Okay, so yeah, that's going to trigger everything. So this goes away, and I have to discard a card. So I will get rid of, maybe I'll get rid of this guy. And then everybody else flips. And my turn's over.
Okay. All right. I guess I'll go ahead and advance as well here. And okay. All right. I'll deal with that. I can handle that.
You can handle that?
Yeah.
All right, so he is going up 2.
Oh, great. Oh, no.
Yep. Roll the dice, and they're moving to 7.
6.
You rolled a 6.
Mm-hmm.
I get a card. All right, my turn. So, okay. I'm going to discard this. And what
Okay.
this tells me I can do is flip up all cards in my route. You can do this at any time in your turn, and it doesn't count
Against you.
against my action. So these all, it's a free refresh, basically.
That's good.
Yeah, I didn't have to flip this, actually, because it just loses a card. It would have been just these 2. So now I can do a resolve and try to get something dealt with here. Oh boy. Okay, so I'm gonna use. Oh, I can't. Oh, I didn't really go yet, right? That's all I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna get help from Nikolai again, and cover up the scratches.
Okay.
I'm gonna spend this to deal with that hand, Mr. Hand. I'll deal with that to deal with the wagon wheel. And that's all I have, actually. So that stinks. Because I still can't move. Because I still have 2 hands.
Right.
But I collect this as my prize.
You're all hands and no feet.
I know.
Is that a thing?
I don't think so. Your turn.
It's all thumbs and no... All thumbs? Just all thumbs?
Just all thumbs.
Okay. Okay. And he went, right? Okay.
Well, I went, so you go.
Yeah. I am going to rest, and I want 4 cards, please.
Just 4 cards.
Yep.
No health.
Nope.
Wow, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go.
Thank you.
His turn. He's moving up a space. We all get a card.
Perfect.
And they are moving over to 8.
Okay.
And now it's to me.
It's up to you.
I didn't get the card I wanted. So I'm going to rest, take a health, and draw 2 cards. Your turn.
Okay. I am going to resolve some dangers, maybe?
Okay.
Alright. I am gonna resolve some stuff, so I'm debating. The end of this game is really weird because you want to make sure you're prepared. So I'll take care of that.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want that.
Okay.
And then I'll cover this up. With that.
And that's your action.
Oh. I should have done this guy, too.
All right, we'll
My
say you
allies
did
have
your
it?
ally action. Yep.
Okay.
And then get rid of the other
we'll
one.
take that one. And we'll
Okay.
take that out of here. Okay. Perfect. Okay.
Yep. So now, let's hope he doesn't advance too far. So he's advancing 1, so that's good.
Okay.
A gets replaced, so Nadia gets replaced.
Should we shuffle these?
Yeah, just shuffle them up real quick. Not with her,
Oh.
because she'll come right back out. And then he's going to move to 9 and go up to a 6.
It's Captain Strogoff again.
All right.
I was hoping for that lady.
Yeah, she's
Really
good for the end. Dang it. All right. So that's it for him, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Man, what do I want to do? Okay, I think I'll do that. I'm going to play him,
Okay.
which I'll take 2 actions. I'll do a rest, I'll gain a health, and I'll gain 2 cards.
Mhm.
And then I will move up here.
Okay.
All right. And let's see what we... Oh, I can't.
Oh, you can't move because you've got the hands
Right.
issue.
I can rest, though. And
Yeah.
then I can resolve.
Right. So you move back.
Yep, I'm still here, but I did resolve this
Yeah,
guy.
that's good.
That's all I could do.
Yeah.
All right, your turn.
All right. 1, 2. 2, 3, 4. All right, I'm gonna go for it.
You're going in?
I'm going in. All right. So how this works is instead of grabbing one of these cards,
Or
we
these
actually
cards.
grab one of those.
Yeah, but not yet. All right, so first thing
Well,
you do is if you have any threats on your journey track, you have to resolve them right now before you
Right.
even go into the final. This is the final battle,
Yes.
all right?
But mine are done.
But
I
you're
have
clear,
mine.
so you're clean and clear. But
Okay.
now you're going to draw cards one at a time for Ogoroff because you're fighting him.
Right.
And you draw as many cards as he is on the track. So if you were here, you would draw 3, 4, or 5. So one more
that's
space
why
up.
It's important. That's why I just decided to go now because otherwise it's gonna be 5.
Yep.
cards.
So we're going to do the final battle. All right.
I probably
Let's.
should have rested.
You ready to go?
I always go into this too soon. Okay,
So
go ahead.
here's card 1. Do you have
Nope.
that symbol? Nope. So you take damage. Here's card 2. You have that.
Yes.
Cool. So you're good. Card 3.
Nope.
Card 4. You have to roll the
no.
die and have
And
a
get a
strength
6.
greater than or equal to a 6, or he kills you.
Oh
Well,
my
or you
gosh.
lose fatigue,
Yeah, which kills me.
which will kill you. That's a 3.
It's a 3. I'm dead.
So you died.
That sucks.
All right. So the game's not over yet.
All right.
That was your turn.
Yep.
And now he gets to go. So now it's just me and him. He goes up 1. D gets added,
Okay. Oh, there you go.
and they moved 10. But they're going to ignore me again because I have burnt
Yeah.
face. Okay. So I'm going to move up 1 because I got to get in here. Oh, I can deal with that right now. So that'll cover that, and I'm still good.
Okay.
He goes. He's going to go up 1. I roll the die. It's a 6. I get a card, and I gain a health, which isn't bad.
That's great.
Yeah, actually, that's really good. And they go to 9. Oof. I don't have enough cards for this.
I think you could do it.
Should
you
I-
have enough life.
Should I rest?
I mean, doesn't really matter. When he makes it to Irkutsk,
Mm-hmm.
the Tartars start moving towards
That's fine.
Moscow. So it's not like you're already drawing 5 cards.
I gotta
so
rest.
You might as well rest, I would say.
So, 1, 2, 3, 4. I can draw 4 cards.
My thing was like, I didn't want those Tartars to land on me.
I'm going to draw 4 cards, so I'm going to rest. And draw
Yeah.
4 cards. Yeah.
Good. That's what I would do.
And now it's his turn. All right, let's do him. I have like 1 round
You
to
have,
get
like-
this down.
Yeah, because they move quickly. Once
All
they-
right, so he just moved to
Start going.
12. So he actually is in here now. Actually, you're like that.
Hey! with my Russia hat.
A 4 gives me
Nothing.
nothing. And then these guys move to 10. Actually, that's not bad.
Okay.
That buys us another space. So, my turn, and I have to get in here now. So
Yeah.
I'm going to take a fatigue and move in, right?
Okay.
So, but before I do that, I have to resolve
Oh,
all of
that's
this.
right.
And this is the only time you can resolve this burn, right? So I'm going to go here for that. Oh, wait a minute. Do I have anybody up top that can help me here?
Yeah, would you have any purpose?
I do. I got him. So
Okay.
I'll get rid of him to get rid of... I guess this one.
Okay.
So I'll dump this. And I will... See, this is what stinks, is I don't have a wagon wheel.
You're going to have to take the hit for it. That sucks.
I have...
mean, you
no.
honestly-
Um,
You probably have, like, another move left. Because the most they can move is 6, which is only going to take them down here. You know what I mean?
so you're saying instead of going in, rest?
Yeah, and just get more cards.
I can't get more cards.
Why? If you rest.
Because I have I'm at my hand
you're
limit.
at your hand limit.
Yeah, I mean, I have some options
Yeah.
here. So I got rid of that. I can spend these 2 to get... No, I don't want to do that either. I'll take a fatigue to get rid of him.
Okay.
I'll spend that to get rid of that one. And I'll spend a fatigue to get rid of that.
Okay.
So this is gone. These are gone. I'll keep this one. That lets me draw a card. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And now I fight, but I have to draw 5 cards.
Yeah.
So you want to go ahead and
Yep.
kick this off, and let's see if we can defeat him. A hat. Hat.
Hat.
Dice. Oh my god, I have to roll dice?
Yeah. Yes. That's how this game works.
Alright, that hurt. That's 2. 3. 4. Last card. Do it. Hat. I have the old
Yes!
lady!
Yes, old lady. funny. That's awesome.
When she's out,
because she came out. That's why. That's good.
she can be any symbol.
Yeah.
So-
Old lady babushka.
Yes.
She came to your rescue.
She did. She's so good, Marla Strogoff, which I think is Michael Strogoff's mother.
Yeah.
And
I think it's Marfa.
oh, Martha.
No, Marfa with an F.
Oh, and the whole thematic thing behind why you can get rid of the blindness
Yeah.
is because apparently when they held the sword to his eyes, his mother kind of pointed him out, and they found him and they put the sword there, and he was crying so much that the tears evaporated and it didn't blind him.
Instead of blind him.
Yeah,
Aw,
that's sweet. So that's how she saved him, I guess, his sadness over her.
She
But
looks so disappointed.
she does.
She's like, oh, Michael.
Well,
All right.
Wow.
You did it. That's good. So now he's.
now he can lay down. Yes. So we
That's awesome.
saved Moscow.
Awesome. Cool.
Let's talk about it. All right, Michael Strogoff.
You did it.
I did.
I died.
You did.
It's okay. I've yet to win this game.
No, you haven't.
Yeah, that was good though. I was like down to the wire. I honestly did not think you were going to be able to do it.
I had no confidence going into that final city. Not happening.
But you knew you couldn't really wait either though.
I
because
couldn't give it
What
any
we
more
didn't
time.
show is that at the end, the Tartars move very quickly towards Moscow.
The number of
And then
pips, by
you
the number of
lose.
pips on there, and they were a 6, so they
Right.
were moving 6 spaces. We might have gotten away with one more round, but
that's
that was it. So,
So we had to do it.
I had to
We
push
did
it,
and
and we
was
had
good.
we had good old Miss Strogoff out on the
We
board,
did,
so I
yeah.
knew I had some wild
She's always
cards.
coming to save him.
I was just hoping not to pull any more of those tartar cards with,
Yeah,
the,
I
with the
know.
die face on it,
Yeah.
because you saw what happens there. So
Yeah, it's
yeah, one more hit to my fatigue, and it was game
Right,
over.
right.
We would have lost.
Okay.
So
Cool. Well, let's get into it.
Sure.
Let's jump right to replayability. So again, this is another one we picked up at PAX, just like last week, and we played it there.
yeah, and we did. We played it with
And-
3.
Yeah, we did play it with 3, so we can kind of speak to that as well.
Okay. So I think, I mean, for all intents and purposes, right? I mean, it's the same board. The board's not
Yeah.
going to change. The distance is not going to change. The cards are coming out differently, so you are going to have to
Mm-hmm.
really manage your hand. But at the end of the day, you've got the same goals.
Yeah.
Right? You've all got the same goals. So,
Right.
but it's a shorter game, so it gets some points there,
Yeah.
right? But I wouldn't expect to have a completely different experience every time you play this.
No, I think your experience is going to be pretty much the same. It's the same kind of race. It's just a matter of, I think the replayability factor in this game is wanting to get back out there and try to beat him.
Yeah.
You know, because you're probably not going to win often,
No, you're not.
just because of the luck of the game.
And it also depends on how competitive you are, right?
Yeah,
So,
I think
as you saw, this game isn't about, sabotaging your competitors, right? Or your opponents. Because
Honestly, it feels almost more like it's not cooperative,
No.
but maybe more like semi-competitive.
I'd say semi-competitive, because you are all working towards the same higher goal.
Right.
And you are racing against each other, but you're not really throwing up any obstacles or trying to give a little take that to each other. There's
Yeah.
none of that. It's
Right.
just who can get there first, who can manage their hand the best, and who can kind of avoid all the pitfalls, right? And that's really who's going to win the game, who's going to be the most prepared at the end. So I think,
Yeah.
if that's what you're into and you like that type of game, and you don't tire of a certain setup,
Right.
easily,
Yeah.
then I think, there's some variability into it, but not a ton. So just keep that in
Right.
mind.
Okay, great. So that being said, let's talk weight and audience. So who is this for?
Who
It's
do you
not very
think?
heavy. I think that if this would be one that if you want a kind of cooperative experience, but you do like to have a little bit of competition, this might be for you.
Right.
It's not you don't feel the competition in the game, so don't let that piece of it turn you off. But at the same time, if you're uncomfortable with cooperative games because you're in a situation where maybe maybe you're playing with 2 and one is sort of more of like an alpha gamer, and
Yeah.
you feel kind of bad about making that person make bad decisions or something, and you want a little bit of autonomy, this might be good.
Right.
And
it's also soloable.
It is
so
soloable,
if
too,
you are a solo gamer and you like this type of sort of mini adventure
Right,
racing
yeah.
against the clock game with a lot of theme, I think this would probably be right up your alley. But
Yeah.
as you said, it's a lighter game for sure. There's not a ton of strategy in it.
No,
It's really
if you like,
luck of the
if
draw.
you like luck and you like press your luck,
Yeah.
and you like rolling dice, And, you know, this game gives you the opportunity to do all of those things and gives you several ways to mitigate a little. Well, not really mitigate, but at least, you know, be a little opportunistic on some of the rules that you get.
Agree. And it's not as punishing as some of the other
really not,
types of games in this genre. So.
Yeah, so very light, I would say.
Yep.
And how about the theme? So this is a novel, one of Jules Verne's less known novels.
Yeah, so, well, the last Jules Verne game we played
I know.
was, you know, Nemo's War.
Yeah.
So a lot of Jules Verne out lately.
I know, yeah.
But this is a novel I've not read. Never heard of even.
No, I think it's part of a series too. It's like, I think it's like book 14 or something.
Yeah,
and
I have no
a whole
idea.
like series of explorations or something.
But I'm finding I like Jules Verne quite a bit.
I know.
Between 20,000 Leagues, Journey to the Center of the Earth, all those things, they all kind of resonate well with me.
Yeah.
So it's actually piqued my interest. Maybe I'll read the book.
Yeah, it's kind of cool, and I like the historical context too. So anything with a little bit of history always.
Right. Even though his history is kind of like fictional history.
I know, but this is not fiction.
It's fiction.
Well, I mean, it's set in a non-fictional time though.
In a non-fictional time and a non-fictional era, but there's a whole lot of fictional stuff going on.
That's what I like.
So, yes, so it's kind of cool in that aspect. But with that said, the theme is really cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it definitely wins points on that. Component-wise, I think the art's very pretty.
Yeah.
The board looks good. It's very easy on the eyes, I'll say, and it's very organized, right?
Yeah, I think so. And I like, you know, even the player boards and stuff. Like, it's not too big.
No, it's very simple, right? But I think like the main board, like the map is good. The cards are good. The art's nice on the cards.
Right.
There could be more variability to the art because I think there's a couple of repeats of some of the art in the cards.
And you have like there was one misprint. It was that ink blot.
One misprint. But you know everything else kind of serves its purpose. You know, the board where it has like that inkwell where you put the black chits. Like I like that attention to detail where it's like, hey, this is a place for this stuff, and it makes sense that it's going here because you're kind of like blotting out those things on your journey. So, but otherwise, I think it all kind of ties together well.
I think the one thing that we were not happy about was that it didn't come with a lot of bags.
There's 0. There's like
so
no, honestly, that's not true. There's 2 bags.
Yeah.
But
there's a lot of pieces, a lot of cards.
Those bags come stuffed with those tokens and the meeples and all that stuff. But the cards don't come with bags, so they come like in their normal shrink wrap. So once you undo all the cards and you go to put the game away, there's nowhere to put the cards.
Right.
So they're all over your box.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind. Make sure you have at least 2 or 3 extra baggies to bag your cards up so not sliding all over the place. But
cool. Okay. Did you have fun?
It's a fun game.
Yeah.
There's no question. It's light enough. It's quick enough, and it's not in your face. Take that at all. So I think you know it's more one of those us against the board.
Yeah, it's like, can we do it?
Yeah, can you beat this guy to the end?
Right.
And get there with a strong enough hand and enough health to take him out.
Right.
Right. So.
And it's not as stressful. Like a lot of games like this make me like sweat and it makes me like very anxious, and I don't like playing those kinds of games all the time. But this was not like that because while you're on your journey, you're kind of focusing on, getting rid of these challenges that you're coming up against and just kind of making it to the end, trying to keep up with your partner, but also knowing that even though it's a race, getting there first isn't always going to win you the game.
Exactly.
So it's it's fun.
Unless you can get there when he's only at the 3-card limit.
If you can,
and that's really advantageous.
Yeah, I mean, if you can really race to get there, but we'll have to play it again and try to do that.
Yeah. So.
All right, cool. So, can you think of anything that this compares to?
No.
Okay.
No, I can't.
Okay.
I'm sure there's plenty of games out there, but off the top of my head, no. I mean, we haven't played something of this that's kind of really
and we don't. Like and we don't really do a ton of like. I mean, I wouldn't call this light, but we don't play a lot of like lighter games like in this vein. I don't think that are like more push your lucky and stuff because we're not usually into.
We're not usually into that, but this one actually
this one was actually really good.
Yeah, this one we really enjoyed. Surprisingly, I was very surprised.
I mean, I will say it's published by DeVere, and they have we've liked some of their other heavier games, Barcelona being one of them.
Yeah.
So it had the same feel, like I said again, from just a historical context and art feel. So. Yeah.
Very good.
All right, cool. So, what were your expectations in this game?
Oh, I had none.
Because this is one of the ones we picked up at PAX that really wasn't
Yeah,
on our radar. We
so
were just kind of like,
at PAX, who was it? David?
it was David's there.
Yeah, from Amber's Maple. He was picking up some games for a mutual friend, Gary.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, I got Michael Strogoff. And we're like, what is Michael Strogoff?
Yeah.
So he's like, oh, and he kind of talked to us about it for a few minutes, and then we're like, okay, that actually sounds pretty cool. And if Gary's interested in it, then it kind of piqued our interest. And so we went and looked at it and walked away with it. So
yeah, we went over to the,
ended up buying
table,
it.
and the guy's like, all right, like, here's how it works. And we're like, we'll take it.
We'll take it. So we bought a copy and do not regret it.
No, it was very cool. All right, so me too. I didn't have any expectations, so it's like...
So it's hard to gauge it, but I can say that I'm not disappointed with the purchase.
Okay, but we can talk about pros and cons.
Sure.
So let's start with the pros. So,
it's light, easy to learn, plays fast.
Yeah.
Like at your player turns, play fast.
It's quick, yeah.
Yeah, and I think I do like that, so you actually get a lot of turns.
Yeah.
Because you're doing a lot of small, limited actions.
Right.
And I like when a shorter game plays that way versus you taking like a 5-10 minute turn and then me getting a 5-10 minute turn. It's like, I go take a nap between turns.
Well, and especially when you're playing with more people too. So I mean, our 3-player game was longer than our 2-player games have been, but that's to be expected. But don't let the board deceive you though, because when we took this out, I mean, speaking expectations wise, I thought it was going to actually be quicker than it was.
Sure.
But it actually took a little bit longer.
Yeah,
Not that it takes a long time.
But it does take longer than you would think.
It takes you longer than you think to get through those, to get across all of those
spaces. You're not moving
that.
You're moving 12 spaces.
Right, yeah.
But you're going to be stuck on a space for a couple turns because you're going to get beat up pretty bad, and you've got to take care of some of these issues that are coming up.
So that's all that to say. That's a pro.
That's a pro. Yeah.
So
I think there's for its lightweight and fast turn structure. I think it has enough meat in the play that it actually is satisfying.
Yeah. Okay. Great. What about any more pros? I mean,
I think the art's nice. Yeah.
Whatever. Cons. My only con, I guess, would be the baggy issue.
Well, the cons is the baggy issue. Maybe I like to see a little bit more like variable starting setup or variable additional end game type goals, but that would kind of change the whole meat of the game.
It does, yeah. This is really kind of an equitable race.
Yeah.
Like you are exactly the same person doing exactly the same thing. Who can do it better?
Yeah, I think I'd like to see maybe just a few more types of bonuses that you can achieve by clearing certain obstacles, because they're pretty much roll a die, get a card, roll a die, get some health, or discard this card to do a couple different things.
Right.
But I'd like to see more of that.
Yeah.
I mean, because you could build this whole dicey thing and not really get many rolls of the die because it's all determined by.
Game. I was about to say,
we didn't get many rolls at all this game.
We had more characters come out, more allies come out.
A lot
than
more this
ever
time.
Had.
Yeah.
And we usually get a lot more dice rolls, and we really didn't have dice rolls this game.
Right. So I mean, I think
maybe having that as like an action or an alternate action.
Something. Yeah. There should be. I think you could expand a little bit on some of those actions, but otherwise, I mean, these are small cons.
Yeah, these are not really.
But we definitely like to point out certain things we believe could be improved, and I think that's certainly one of them. But otherwise, I mean, for what it is, and it's a total package. It's just it's light, it's quick, and if that's what you want, what you're looking for, then it should fit the bill.
Yes.
But if you want something a little meatier in a small package, you may not get that here. This is really just race to the end, beat the guy, game over.
Yep.
Race to the end, beat the guy, game over.
Yeah.
That's it.
Hopefully beat the guy.
Hopefully
Usually
beat the guy.
beats
Or race to the end, get beat down, game over. So it's something's going to happen.
Yeah. But I will say, at the end of every game, like as you kind of go through your turns, and it's sort of like, hope I don't get beat, hope I don't get beat. But when you get to the end, the ending is fun, like super fun.
Yeah, because it's another one of those pressure luck things where you just kind of.
I hope I'm prepared enough.
Yeah, and that's a cool feeling.
It's a really neat feeling.
Yeah,
it's cool. All right, cool. So that's it.
All right, so
Michael Strogoff.
Michael Strogoff. Hope you enjoyed the playthrough. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
See ya.